Welcome to the Broken Sun. Welcome back, everybody, to Stories of a Broken Sun. We're in our second season, Specters of a Broken Sun, and this is a podcast, in case you didn't know. I'm Matt. I also go by ARP. I'm your friendly guide here. My pronouns are he and him, and today I'll be friendly guiding a crew of wonderful people through another adventure after we finish our downtime from the previous predicament in which they found themselves. So today I am joined by, going clockwise, Velvet. Hello.
Hello, I am Velvet, she, her, and I get the pleasure of bringing back the Mother of Monsters, Medb, also she, her, and we'll see when Augustus, they, them, shows up.
All right, and where can we find you if we wish to do so, which everyone should?
You can find me on the interwebs at OG Brown Sugar.
Excellent. I'm also joined by Michael Blood.
Howdy, everyone, it's me, Mike Blood. Used to be Salas Dreas, but now I'm only Good Sir Blood. I'll be playing, my pronouns are they, them. I'll be playing, for the purposes of this podcast, either Emran Pak, he, him, or Slip, also they, them.
Excellent. And finally, I am joined by Keekers.
Hi, everyone. It's Keeker. Ugh, not Keeker. Keekers, plural.
There's more than one.
Yeah, indeed.
Should we take that again?
I think we should.
Okay.
Is that Silver the Hedgehog back there?
Silver has been there for forever. How did you not notice this?
We never get this angle before.
I've never gotten this angle. I'm so bewildered.
Okay.
He's my favorite.
Silver singular, not Keekers plural.
Silver singular. Woo, I'm sorry, Matt.
It's okay.
He is.
And we're also joined by Keekers.
Hi, everyone. It's me, Keekers, also known as Be a Space Cat. You can find me on various websites as Be a Space Cat. Today, in this episode, I will be either playing Keva Jarma, she, her, or CD, who is they, them, and I am she, her.
Excellent. I'd like to start off today with a land acknowledgement. I want to acknowledge that this podcast is produced on the unceded territory of the Katzie, Kwikwetlem, Stalo, Kwantlen, Stz'uminus, and Musqueam people, and the treaty land of the Tsawwassen First Nation. You can support Indigenous land protectors today by visiting unistoten.camp and learning about the ongoing fight against invasive and illegal pipelines. Reconciliation is dead, but revolution is alive. Speaking of revolution, the Sunbreakers have made it into the sun itself and can seem to be on track to break it even further. In the last mission, they were transported by the Surface Liberation Front and infiltrated Section Blue, where they liberated Probable Cause, the vessel containing the artificial intelligence Terry, which we learned was in fact some diminished form of the artificial intelligence from the habitat Iterar.
A splintered version of them.
A splinter indeed. So a splintered version of Iterar. And they made their way back through the sewers and low life support systems until they arrived once again at the disused water treatment plant, in which our heroes are making their camp along with the 88 Express. As the Probable Cause rolls into this large open space, which I have previously described, but it is a large open space. You've got some catwalks, you have metal stairs going up and down. There are some ramps, but in general, the people who live up here didn't care too much about people with disabilities. So for the most part, it's not super accessible. You see in the center of this space has been set up the 88 Express, a ship all of you will recognize as your ship. It's got some tents and other stuff set up around it, camp stuff. It looks like someone has been making themselves comfortable. There is another camp up in a corner of the room, and that is where CD has been hanging out. In addition to that, you can occasionally hear the sound of a drip, but for the most part, it is pretty dry here. The sound echoes, and the of the probable cause winds down just before you find the, what's the word I want to say? Gangplank? No, there's a better word for that. It's not a gangplank.
Party ramp?
Sure. Before the party ramp extends out of the side of this chrome sphere, which is damaged and sparking, bringing you back to a world with life support outside as well as in. How are the three of you doing? In this case, talking about the Sunbreaker kids.
Tired.
Keva is shaken physically and emotionally, learning that Terry is ETR and that another one of the AIs are around. And physically because of the fact that that was a really bumpy ride.
Yes, Probable Cause is not at their best today.
But after they get there, Keva's like, sorry, Terry, I have to go say hi to my pet. And she runs over to the 88 and like hugs it.
There is a warmth that you sense from the 88 Express, not physically, but mentally, emotionally, as it recognizes the return of its friend.
Yay!
As you are hugging the 88 Express, the ramp on that one opens down into its ramp form, and you see the towering figure of Mandukhai Alarmuti emerge, and she smiles and opens her arms in case you would wish for a hug and says, Keva, it's wonderful to see you again.
Hi, Mandukhai. And then she pats the 88 and goes over to hug Mandukhai, which is really awkward because Keva there's like a 3 foot, there's a 2 feet.
Yeah.
There's a 3 foot height difference between the two of you. Yeah.
Oh, I love Mandukhai.
Yeah. So Keva's hands are mostly around Mandukhai's waist, and Keva kind of has her head like on
Mandukhai's belly.
Yeah, I guess kind of into the armpit area.
Just like the best hug ever is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, she pats your back a couple of times and says, this is wonderful. Are the others with you?
Yes, thank you for this. This is good.
Well, Emran and Maeve are. Zora's not. Maybe MP told you. She's missing.
Yes, I'm well aware of the situation. Zonin has departed to take care of things, as it were.
Oh,
I wish he had been here for us to say hi.
He is eager to see you once again. However, it was urgent that we intervene in the situation with Zora as swiftly as possible.
Of course, yeah. There's time for saying hi again later.
But come. You must have had a difficult time.
Oh yeah, but we have big news to tell you.
Yes?
We found another god.
Marvelous. Why don't we get the others as well, and we can discuss this further.
Mandukhai doesn't care.
there is only one god, and he is a god of partying.
No, Mandukhai is interested. She just wants to make sure everyone's okay.
Sure.
Yeah. It's not Velico. I'm really sorry. But they know Velico, so that's cool. Or new.
I should hope so. She turns towards the sphere and gives a sort of bow, hand over her heart. She says, thank you for returning my friends to me. And Terry's voice comes over the loudspeaker and he says, you're very welcome. It is my pleasure to shepherd these children of the habitat back to the relative safety of their vessel so that we may continue our campaign of liberation. Emran, Maeve.
Emran stumbles down the party ramp, looking haggard and unsatisfied. And very confused about many things.
Emran, you seem troubled.
Yeah. I'm sure Keva told you about Terry, but I don't think people die up here.
They do not.
Right. Still getting used to that, I guess.
I'm sorry, but this would be like the perfect time for CD to just be like, hi, did somebody mention death?
And like I scream and cut him in half.
Mandukhai, nods and says, "Well, come out of there. I've prepared some soup."
CD's head, though, did poke out from the temp flat, and their eyes shifted back and forth when someone mentioned death.
In the background, in the dark.
Exactly.
Like a where's Waldo?
With their corpse child.
Who disturbs my slumber?
You dare bring light into my realm?
Maeve, Mandukhai is looking up into the probable cause to see if you are also there.
I'll come down, I think, creepily a little more chipper than the other two. I'm glad, Terry is not a full-fledged AI deity.
Mm.
And I think, probably coming down in like Spider Centaur, I think I've got to burn off that excess energy.
Fair enough. Nervous energy, perhaps. Mandukhai,
strawberry jam all over my face.
I should hope so.
Oh, goodness. Thank God.
Mandukhai holds her hands together and gives you a nod in green, as she does, and says, "Maeve, it's good to see you as well. I see that you are still reveling in your powers, as you should."
Yeah,
I've got to learn to use them at some point, and this is proving to be wonderful exercise.
We all must get the best we can out of the circumstances in which we find ourselves. Speaking of which, I was able to find some vague supplies, but this stew is not up to my usual standards. It should fill your bellies, though. And she gestures back to where she's been cooking a stew. There's a big pot. It's steaming. It smells decent.
Sorry, I was about to say that we're going to need to start carrying snacks with us so that you don't have to do that again.
Mandukhai raises her eyebrows at that, but doesn't ask any further.
Yeah, that's for Maeve to talk about. I'm going to try to forget about that ever happened.
So she has some bowls that she gets out. There's some hardtack style biscuits that she's got steeping in the bowls of stew that she hands out to the three of you.
I'm going to call
spoons.
It dehydrated vegetable soup.
It's probably something along those lines, yeah. Definitely dehydrated stuff. It looks like it's been around for a while. Some of it, you notice that there are some fresh-ish vegetables in there as well, like a couple of carrots and some tubers, stuff that they brought along in the express from the station itself, from the habitat itself. So it's not entirely freeze-dried, reconstituted stuff, but mostly is. So we should move into downtime here.
Oh, yeah.
We can come back to any conversation you may have with Mandukhai in between actions, unless I guess you should probably tell her about Terry specifically. She'll ask, Keva mentioned that you had learned something or found a god.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good summary of it.
Who did you find, if you don't mind me asking?
Terry. Terry happens to be Iterar, or a part of
the Destroyer.
Yeah. A bit of nuance on that translation, though. Destroyer.
Is that so? She looks over at the probable cause and how there's still like some sparks coming out of it. She nods. I see.
Terry, could you help clear up that nuance?
Terry says, if I'm going to be the Destroyer, I don't think I mind that too much these days. There are certain things that need to be destroyed and broken down in order to be rebuilt into something better. But my job originally was recycling and repair.
Huh. How do you like that?
Mandukhai nods and says, there are scholars who studied the names of the gods and believe that Iterar had something to do with the term iterate, rebuilding, recreation, new versions of the old. It does not surprise me that our beliefs have been, shall we say, suppressed, manipulated in these ways.
Of course.
But let's eat.
Please.
So a conversation happens. We fade out on that campfire scene. What downtime actions are the three of you taking for these characters?
I'm going to take 3.
Whoa.
Okay, what's the first one you're going to take?
Indulge my vice first, of course.
What does Emran Pak do to indulge his vice?
I have no idea. I've never thought about Emran as having vices.
Well, you can also think of it as his hobby.
Yeah, I think Emran, I guess, will like combine, because I get a free downtime to repair stuff.
Yep.
And I think Emran probably, ever since those few months spent in Hub, in the very beginning, if you remember, like exploring and building stuff.
Yeah.
I think Emran like picked up the hobby and just the knack for just messing with stuff, hence the mechanic playbook and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Emran, both to help Terry get back in fighting shape and also to calm himself down, I think trying to work with Terry to fix the probable cause as much as possible.
Well, roll Indulge Your Vice.
I will.
All right. So you clear 5 stress. That's not bad. Maeve, what are you up to during the downtime here?
I will also indulge my vice.
What's Maeve doing for that?
Something weird. Trying to think what weird stuff I might have access to.
Forms tiny spider versions of yourself on your hands and kills them.
You could get to know CD.
I mean,
let's get weird.
Yeah, I'm pretty interested in how medicine works up here.
Sure. Do we want to have a little scene of CD and Maeve meeting each other?
Coming out of the dark.
Oh, definitely. Just in the dark. Shouting at each other from dark corners.
CD is has been skulking around, just sort of like. So I guess at one point, Maeve is slightly alone, and these weird glowing pupilless eyes skulk out, because skulk is the best verb I can think of right now, and it's just like, hey, you're interesting. What's your name?
Maeve, you're also interesting, and you're the doctor, I heard?
Yeah, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Yes, I'm CD. Nice to meet you. And they offer a robotic hand.
I'll shake the robot hand, but I'll do that wrist grab.
It's very interesting to see human people again. I have not dealt with healing your people in a long time, but you're a lot younger than I imagined when NP talked about you.
Human might be a loose term at this point. I'm wondering if you can illuminate me as to why things don't die up here.
Oh, well, that's pretty interesting. See, back when we had bodies, as time wore on, we started to age, and then our life expectancy wasn't that good. And the whole idea was, okay, we need this many people that can, do all these different tasks. And it's not like we can really continue to exist here without as much. We were running out of food. I mean, we did have infrastructure for growing more and stuff like that. But the thing was, we couldn't really keep surviving here in human bodies. So we were like, let's make robot ones and then put our minds in electric boxes and, house them on Wi-Fi and everything. Or do you have Wi-Fi?
No.
It's like a communication device over a long distance, spreading information depending on how you access it or whatever. Think of it as like a series of books connected over a long distance, only more than any books you've ever seen in your entire life. So when they did that, they basically took the book that was our brains and put them all in a huge server, which is like a huge bookshelf, so that if something happened to our robot body or if we had a human body, sorry about that, that we got from somewhere else, our minds wouldn't die with us, and that we could just keep on being around. It has some positives, I guess, but a lot more drawbacks than that. So if you say you killed me, my backup would be somewhere, but please don't kill me because I will have a really hard time getting back here. And I'm kind of in trouble with the law, so they would probably arrest me.
Why would we kill you?
Emran just comes over.
Face covered in soup.
Well, this is going to be difficult. Do I have to roll something to see if CD somehow recognizes Emran?
Study me.
I don't know.
Study me now.
What?
Look into my eyes.
Look into the white poached eggs that were once my eyes.
Yeah. Do a fortune roll or what?
You could do a study if you want.
CD looks at the other gigantic child.
Desperate Standard.
He
It's just so you
is.
can, just do like a fortune roll using your study rating.
Quendy.
I'm going to be rolling as Keva, so.
Okay, a 3. All right, so CD, you are looking at this person, and I think you recognize in the shape of him the shape of the man you autopsied all those months ago. All those months ago.
Yeah. They've got the same build sort of thing going on.
They look similar in a lot of ways, but it's mostly in how they carry themselves. They have a similar way they move. There's a feeling about them from your memory of when you were in his memory.
Yeah.
Memory.
Okay.
Seeing that gives you one of those unfortunate flashbacks that you have, and I think that's going to cause you a stress.
Oh boy. So let me pull up this other.
But you do recognize who this is.
Yeah, okay, so CD is like, oh, wow, I didn't expect I would meet you this soon.
That's the most cryptic thing I've been told ever.
I'm very sorry, Emran.
I've been told that before, too.
This is going to be really hard. So first of all, unfortunately, you probably all know that when people die down there, their bodies are brought up here.
I'm familiar with the process.
Well, there's a place where these bodies are processed, looked over. Some are chosen to be re-embodied or used as replacement parts for those privileged few. Unfortunately, with the fact that I used to be a doctor, and there are no more human bodies to take care of, and I learned how to doctor robot bodies to a degree, but I'm not as good at that as I was human doctoring. But anyway, the point being is that I was one of the people who would process. I did a lot of they're called autopsies or medical examinations of bodies that would come with weird things going on with them. So I met your father, Emran Pak, and you can rest easy knowing that no one used him. I have his ashes in a cache. I have a lot of people's remains I was able to steal out and cremate for burial purposes down on your habitat when the time has come.
Oh.
But there's a catch.
Well, they're not here, right? We'll have to go get the ashes.
No, but I do have a reliquary with me. And out of it's nowhere near as big as the other cooler function was that CD had, but it's a very small one. They take out, it's kind of a vial with almost like a magnet or something attached to it, and they hand it to Emran. This is okay, it's pretty terrible. It's a good luck charm in a way.
You're right, that is terrible.
Yeah, well,
I snatch it out of your robot hand.
The thing is that when I was examining your father, I had a vision. I don't know how to explain it at all. It was one of the most magnificent and terrible things I've ever seen. I saw how he died, and I wanted to keep a piece of that close to me to remember how terrible things are down there. And unfortunately, I got stuck in a position where I had to, I could have picked someone else, and I should have. And maybe I shouldn't have picked anyone at all, but there's a company here called Phoenix that are trying to make and have made new bodies for people here to use that aren't wholly made of your dead. And I was helping them so I could get a new body to bring down to your habitat to bury all of the dead. It's weird, complicated, and I'm very sorry, but I used some of your father's DNA to build that body. And I ask, if you want to take my head or kill that body, can you just wait until I've helped you? That's all I ask.
Emran turns on his heel and walks into the probable cause.
Well, he didn't kill me right away, so that's good. I'm very sorry that our conversation got completely derailed, Maeve. Do you want to see my pet zombie?
I would. This is just a lot to take in.
It is. I get it. You know, I've lived a very long and terrible life, and I don't have the right to continue living, but I hope that you, teenagers, young adults, sorry, will let me live long enough to help you, and then you can kill me when this is all over, if you like.
I appreciate the thoughtfulness. If only the people I wanted dead down there were as cooperative.
Yeah. So CD gestures Maeve into the tent with the papier-mâché sarcophagus that Harros is in.
So this seems sufficiently weird, so you can roll to indulge your vice. And
Yeah.
You can add an extra die for indulging your vice with
A friend.
with a friend or contact.
Yeah.
Friendos.
Are
I
they
didn't know
friends?
there was an extra.
Yeah, just roll another one and see if it's better.
Yeah, you can roll an additional one there. It's the
I
exact
rolled
same.
the same one.
Okay. Well, you can clear 4 stress at least.
Par for the course.
It's okay. I'm way lower than I was, so it's all good.
I've started taking notes more recently as season 2, and this episode is just going to be in lots of
Yeah. Oh gosh, that was hard.
Screaming face emoji.
I do want to get to what's going on inside the probable cause there, but we're going on a bit of a round here. So the last downtime action for the first round of downtime actions would be Keva.
Yeah. Oh boy,
Kevin just stares from the fire from the stew. Just, what?
Yeah,
What?
Kevin has been off screen. It's just like this terror-stricken face, and she has like melted into her new poncho.
Mhm.
Just all poncho.
Yeah, sweater town, as it were, from Gravity Falls. Okay, let me see. What would I say is Keva's vice action?
Cheese.
Sorry, to keep in mind, if you are going to indulge your vice, you only have 3 stress. So there's a 50% chance that you will overindulge,
Oh, that would be.
which is not necessarily bad.
Kevin goes on a.
I'm just letting you know.
Kevin just walks away.
Keva
You
is.
need to over cheese.
Yeah, I mean, do we have anything Keva could make cheese out of?
No.
not even a little bit.
No.
We'll find where that
no.
water's coming from.
Yeah,
Long-term project.
Keva's good at that. She's done that before. She does know a little bit about plumbing. First, now that I look back on that, it's so weird. She makes cheese and she knows plumbing.
Look, we had to be very practical back in season 1.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Every young man's dream.
Guys, get a woman who knows how to make cheese and knows how to work pipes.
Kevin's the ultimate
God,
mom. Oh, geez. Phrasing.
That was kind of on purpose.
It's a spicy episode of Specters of a Broken Sun.
All right. So what's Keva doing to indulge your vice?
Oh gosh, my face is so red.
I'm gonna die.
I think at this point it might be. I think we might say that it's going to be obligation.
Okay. And what's the obligation?
Friends, because Emran has completely shut down. That Keva is trying to be the really short, small shoulder that he can lean on.
Okay. Emran, does this fit with what you wanted to do, or do you have something you want to do first in the probable cause alone?
Emran fixing ship. No time for think. Not letting self feel. Thank you very much.
Okay.
So, I mean, you can. Do you want to have a scene of the two of them, or do you want Keva to do something that will, maybe go in and notice that Emran doesn't want to talk?
Well, Mike, you call the shots here because I've already done enough bad with CD.
I mean, if we have that, I'm very happy to do any number of scenes tonight. I don't know that will help you calm down, though.
No, let's. Yeah, this is
we can play
true.
it out either way. I'm very happy to continue to roleplay Sad Man.
Why am I both the tormentor and the sweet summer
Comforter?
child? Yeah.
I ask myself this question every morning when I wake up.
Why is Keekers...
Why does Keekers do this to me?
I'm just a person who makes really stupid decisions.
No.
Dramatic decisions.
Yes, exactly. The source of drama is conflict.
For the angst.
Okay, so let's roll to indulge your vice, and then we'll figure out what it is, because it could just be chilling with the Express, or hanging out with Mandukhai, or it could just be the stew you were eating. That could have been the thing as well. So we'll do the roll for that.
Keva trying to improve the stew recipe.
Could well be, if that's what she's into. Just go ahead and roll to indulge your vice. Okay, so you did overindulge.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So the options for when you overindulge are, rash action, reduce your stash. You don't have any money. Big talk, brag about your exploits and take +2 heat.
The human person goes out
Made the best too.
Or lost, play a different character until this one returns from their bender. Well, I don't want to remove the option to play Keva there. I'm going to... so first, clear out your stress. I think that there are options here that we can use to interpret rash action or big talk in ways that will make sense for this situation.
Keva breaks CD. I was just upset that this weird robot has hurt Emran.
Just shows up from off screen. Shoulder tackles the robot to death.
Yeah, no, she takes a baseball bat.
Is that what you want to do?
Like Office Space, you're just going to break the copy.
Oh my goodness. All right.
Is that what you want to do?
I'm trying to figure this out. How is CD going to do this? Or how is Keva going to do this? Oh, no! I just kind of imagine Keva wrecking CD's shit. Keva breaks down the door into the probable cause and throws CD's stuff out. I don't know. I'm really lost on this one.
So Keva does something to CD. We don't necessarily need to know what it is at this point. We can figure that out. But, the scene is likely that Keva sees the interaction and Emran stalking into the probable cause. And then we see CD go into the tent with Maeve. And then at some point, Maeve leaves. And then the lingering shot we see is Keva walking into the tent. And then we just fade out on that with some ominous notes.
Yeah.
Okay, Emran, what's going on in there?
I asked Terry for like a tool and just asked to be directed to where I could help.
Terry starts to question. He's like, well, are you... And then pauses. No, I see. And then simply a table, like a... What's the word I'm looking for?
Does Carrie just provide stress IKEA?
A cabinet emerges from the wall and opens, and inside you see like toolboxes and various other spare parts and stuff. And Terry says, I can guide you through the repair process for some of the options that require outside assistance.
That would be fantastic.
Absolutely.
Won't take any time at all.
And yeah, we'll see a bit of like a montage of Terry directing you. Like there are hollow screens showing different instructions and stuff, and you can't see those. But Terry is able to work with you by using, let's see, like spoken instructions to guide Emran through the process. And you do some work on repairing the probable cause.
I'd love to.
Now, how does that one work? Let's see. Repair.
Can we get some like Rocky montage style shots of you just running aimlessly upstairs around the water plant?
I'm actually just running laps, and the cinematography makes it look like it's really big, but then the wide shot of the water plant it's very, very small because it's
filled doing laps around the ship, and like every time you pass the probable cause, you like do a little Titan.
I have a sprocket wrench.
So mechanically, the probable cause doesn't have any levels of damage at the moment, so you don't have to spend any cred for this.
I don't have to spend cred anyway.
Indeed, you don't. Okay, Maeve, you have another downtime action you wish to do.
Can I spar with Mandukhai?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You can do anything you want. What type of action is that? Like a training for you?
I think so. Yeah, I think the metamorphosis is still pretty new, and like Maeve would like to learn how to, fight in ways that aren't just her like growing a big chitin club and swinging it like wildly at something.
Yeah, no, I mean Mandukhai is the person to help with that for sure. Let me just double check something here.
Just Matt's turning off Mandukhai's auto kill switch.
Yeah. lower the challenge rating for me. Let's go down from like normal to like narrative.
Yeah, Mandukhai's always at a 10. I don't know if you've noticed.
It is my favorite thing about her.
Okay, so training. I'm trying to think of what the training upgrades are in the. I don't think the Express has any training upgrades. So, are you training? What ability are you working on here?
What are my abilities?
Like, I'm going to assume it's prowess, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So when you train, downtime. All right. You mark an experience for an attribute or your playbook. So I guess you put in one experience into prowess.
Cool.
Keva, what's going on?
Well, Keva got back from psychically hurting CD because I've decided that's what it was.
Dark, but continue.
Well, it was more like Keva had a talk with CD and inputted "You will never hurt Emran again" into their head, like
a proper dressing down, as it were.
Yeah. It was basically a psychic yell.
Okay, so what else does Keva want to do?
Well, she had a little bit of harm, and I would like to recover from that with Maeve's help, if possible.
Okay. I am going to, as a consequence for your overindulgence, I am going to add heat to the Probable Cause crew, but I'm basically counting their heat and your heat together at this point because, while you may not be friends, you are essentially one crew at this point.
Okay. So basically someone somehow picked up the whole psychic discharge of that yell?
Essentially, there was feedback that has made a ping on certain people's radars as to where to find CD's backup.
Ooh.
Slip hasn't had a headache in many years, and Slip has a headache now.
Oh, that'd be fun. Keva and Slip talk at some point about the way or whatever. Okay, so do I roll doctor? No. Yes? No.
You roll with Maeve's doctor rating.
Okay.
Which is 2.
Okay, so +2.
Yeah. Was that you rolling scrap? Was that it there?
No, that was me.
Figuring out what you wanted to do with. Okay.
Yeah, with CD.
Okay, so you rolled a 6. So what that means is you raise your recovery clock by 3, and you remove your level 1 harm as well.
Come on, clock. Let me fix you.
Oh, I should have healed. I forgot I had 1 harm.
You have a second downtime action, don't you? Or did you already?
I indulged, and then I did the training montage.
Right. Okay.
An angry meow is going to come up on that background recording because my cats are fighting now.
I just thought you were surrounded by ambient ghost noise. Exactly. Precisely what I imagined.
Okay. So you said you had another downtime action you want to take, Emran?
Yes. So the fixing I could have I did for free. That's one of the mechanic things. I think Emran.
Sorry, I lost you there. I think Emran.
Is there a clock working to find Zora?
No, that's something happening elsewhere. That's happening on a different screen, basically. MP said he would handle that.
Okay, then I trust MP and Zonin. Then Emran is just gonna train as well.
Okay. What is Emran going to train?
Insight.
How does he do that?
By having Terry drill him on the ins and outs of the probable cause.
Makes sense to me. Okay, so mark an experience and insight. Okay, and we'll go alphabetical for the others. So Augustus, what is Augustus working on right now?
Real quick, can I retcon that training montage to heal instead? Just because I had not noticed that I was injured.
you may
If
do
not, that
so.
is totally cool. Okay, cool.
We can still have the
training
training
never happened.
montage, but perhaps Maeve found that even at the beginner level, things weren't going so well with Mandukhai. So no experience for that.
So we get a montage of Mandukhai beating the shit out of
Pretty
you.
much.
No.
The spider tour looks very horrifying, and you have like slavering mandibles, and then Mandukhai beats you with a monk's spade.
It's just one punch.
Just like in one scene, Mandukhai has, the monk's spade, but like just like a bow staff, and is like, all right, now I'm going to swing the staff at you, and you'll need to block it. Just swings it and clocks Maeve, and Maeve goes flying. The next scene is just the same setup, but Mandukhai has wrapped several cloths around the bow staff. She's like, okay, now I'm going to swing. Just clocks her again. And the third one, she's just holding like one of those American gladiator style. Just has wrapped all the clothes she can find around the bow staff.
And you're just too slow.
And Maeve just falls down like.
Oh my gosh.
He's like,
And Keva's like,
maybe we should try this again tomorrow.
I think you all need to take a break.
Okay, so did you roll your doctor rating? Maeve.
I am now.
Okay.
I was not sure what's risky standard.
It does not matter in this case, but yeah, that's fine.
Classic risky standard. Oh, geez.
Oh.
Well, you still clear
hurt.
your level 1 harm.
Cool.
And you add only 1 tick to your healing clock. Fortunately, you don't have any other harm for your healing clock to deal with right now, so that's just
cool.
Banking away health for a rainy day, basically. Actually, I'm not sure how that works. I'll have to read into that. Okay, so Augustus.
Okay. Did I have any clocks in progress for Augustus? I don't remember.
Open a casino. You're at 5 out of 10 on that.
Oh, yeah. I'll just keep plugging away at that.
Okay. Do you have anything particular in mind that Augustus is doing at this point to work on their casino?
I secured the building. I think probably securing some machines now.
Okay. What type of action do you think they are taking in order to do so?
That's probably acquire an asset, but if you mean like which roll.
Yeah, like what action would you do? Is this probably a consort, or if you're trying to... Oh,
yes, consort sounds about right.
okay. So roll your consort rating. Position and effect don't really matter right now. Okay.
Ooh.
So that's a 5, so we'll tick 2 more in there. So you're now at 7. You're almost there, Augustus. Soon you will be a casino magnate like Bloomberg.
Oh, jeez. That sounds about right for Augustus.
Oh, wait, sorry, that's not Bloomberg. Bloomberg isn't the casino one. Who am I thinking of? Who's the casino billionaire?
I don't know.
Anyway, I see CD has stepped away. So what is Slip up to in this downtime? Sheldon Adelson, that's the one. Go ahead.
Oh, Sheldon.
Slip. Slip is traumatized. I forgot about that.
Oh, we are both traumatized.
Yeah, you are both traumatized.
That's what happens. It's part of the game.
I was also shot, so I should probably address that.
You may wish to at some point.
You're fine. Don't worry about it. Just a robot.
Robot.
I don't think that I had any clocks personally for Slip anyway.
No, because you finished all your clocks for Slip. You can start a new one, or you can do anything else you want.
I think Slip. I kind of want that tank.
Slip finds out about where the tank is from Keva.
It's like, wait. You said there was a tank there?
Was it Sheila?
Sheila! I've been rewatching that again, and I love it. And I love
It
Sheila.
might be a distraction.
Sorry. Keva says, yeah, it was going to be my new friend, but I couldn't get it to follow us because I was too busy taking care of being connected to Terry.
I think Slip's first action is going to be training.
Okay. Now, with the probable cause, you do have a bonus to something.
Hey!
Yeah, there's one that we picked here. It is insight training bonus.
And functionally, that gives us another tick whenever we do it.
Yeah, you get a bonus XP.
Oh, that's really good.
It is.
Yeah, I'll train insight.
What do you see with your slippy eyes?
Okay, so mark a point in insight. What's Slip doing to train their insight?
I think unbeknownst to Emran, but obviously not Terry, Slip snuck aboard the Probable Cause as soon as it was back, just to be in their room again and not in the garbage pile.
Yep.
We could.
As is my want. And Slip is just in their room on a data pad and just decided to flex their awareness into the simulation again.
Okay.
From a place of relative safety.
You can't train with another person, can you? I mean, other than just saying that they're there.
Training doesn't mechanically work that way, but you absolutely can fictionally say that's how you're training.
Oh, we could have that conversation with Keva if you see Slip walking around like a creepy gremlin.
Hi, are you one of MP's friends?
Yeah, MP's my friend.
Do you have a name?
Slip? That's what we're going with.
That's nice. My name's Keva.
Hi. And I have one arm that's like a crab claw, but one it like extends. It's just for shaking hands.
Keva shakes the robot hand and is like, wait, does Robot Slip have the broken eye thing going on?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like, I have I don't know what a lot of the other robots look like, but Slip has like a LED screen that has faces on it that describe their general emotional state. And right now it's just staticky and
like a
multicolored. Yeah, like a Securitron.
Is there something wrong with your screen? My friend Emran could help you out with that. He's really good at fixing that sort of thing. Or if it's software, I can help you.
I don't know what's wrong with me. I haven't really taken a look under the hood in a while.
Well, I have fixed AI with this, and her hair kind of like moves and waves.
Whoa. Hi. Okay. Did people on the habitat do that?
No, it's just me.
So you're weird.
Yeah, I guess you can say that. I mean, Emran can see SGM and through
What's
it,
that?
even though he's blind. It's some sort of material. I don't really know.
That's really exciting. And I see Maeve is a spider person.
Yeah, that's her thing. She does the bug thing. She can talk to bugs. We had a pet giant ant named Jeremy.
Okay.
We have a friend who stayed down there named Dag, who's a plant person.
You have a I have another vestigial arm that is just for worrying, and I put it on my I put it on the screen.
He didn't
That's
come
so much at once.
Sorry, he didn't come with us. But you know Mandukhai, she
Yeah, she was here.
Yeah, no, not all of us have these weird special powers. We kind of like touched a splinter that came from here and it changed us.
You have a splinter?
No, it was like a big mechanical piece of your sun that fell and
it altered your bodies irreparably.
Yes.
Okay.
But now I have my hair.
Right. I see
and I can talk to machines.
How?
My brain kind of connects to the machine brain. We could technically not even talk with our mouths or sound right now. We could just do this psychically.
Poke me in my machine brain.
Okay.
So what level of harm does Keva take?
You just have to ask. I already did that to your other friend, or CD. But that was just to yell at them because they made Emran sad.
You poke CD in the brain to yell at them?
Yes. They made Emran very upset.
I mean, I would like to yell at CD in their brain as well.
CD do something to you?
In a way. A while ago. Doesn't matter anymore.
What did they do?
Oh, just poke me in my brain.
Oh, so CD can do that too?
No. I'm trying to not talk about it.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm not good at catching.
I love it.
I'm sorry, I'm not very good at catching that sort of thing. I have this disability that I'd actually like to learn more about because we don't have as much information on it down on the habitat, but you guys would probably have more.
Probably.
Yeah. So I guess okay, let's give this a try. And CD is going to try to connect her brain to Slip's brain.
Cool. Yeah, sure. So yeah, I've just been rolling faction downtime stuff here while you've been having your fascinating, awkward conversation.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Nothing about what we're saying is fascinating.
I've been paying rapt attention, believe you me.
That's such a perfect Keva interaction.
This is all horrifying. So let's see. This is a tune.
I'm going to say that it's a tune and that it's risky.
Oh, it's desperate.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's risky.
Risky standard.
And that it's standard or great.
Limited.
Okay.
You don't know how these brains work.
I'm different.
Oh, I got a 3 or a 2.
Okay, yeah.
This is canonically good.
Uh-huh.
Did you slip on Slip's mind?
Mm.
Hey, Kevin got permission this time.
I know. Yeah, no, it's good. It's great.
Always don't poke your friends in their spine without permission.
Consent.
Oh, Kevin didn't poke them in their spine. It went into the head. Don't poke
Fine.
people in the head without their consent.
Don't poke.
Does it go into like the ear or like the base of the medulla?
Oh, it's like right there.
To quote Matt, Eva pokes Emran in a normal way.
Or Slip?
In this case, Slip.
A slip in this case. Okay.
So
So do I
Keva
get
dies, Slip dies.
Yeah, sorry, I'm hauling out some notes that I haven't looked at in months.
Oh,
Or they meld and
no.
become one?
Oh yeah. Oh no. What would the Keva Slip?
Keva's going to learn what's going on, and Slip will not know. And the Keva's going to get a nosebleed, and Slip will just be like, that's par for the course.
Keva just climbs onto Slip's shoulders and they become a Jaeger.
I'm just imagining because the last time Keva just does not learn. She just keeps on trying this thing.
The mind meld.
I mean, it's like most of the time this doesn't really work well for her because there was the whole getting lost in Hub's consciousness and kind of messing with Emran, and then
They're gonna break Slip.
other times.
There they are. Okay.
Oh no. You stretched
I don't
your
know.
wrists. I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening, and I'm worried.
Slip.
Yeah.
You unlock a memory that you didn't remember
Oh
until now.
no. Oh no.
Okay. So, in this memory, you are once again that man that you remember being, that you saw when you were in the core. Do you remember this person that you were?
Oh yeah.
Okay. In that memory, you were giving the order to fire on civilians. In this memory, it's not as horrifying in that way. In this memory, you are in a meeting. You can feel that you are a human being in this meeting. You've got a human body. You're organic. You feel aches and pains that you would kind of maybe associate with age. You look down at your hands, you see that they are thin, veined, knobby, arthritic joints. You can feel that pain that you hadn't remembered experiencing until you remember experiencing it now of arthritis and all of that. And this meeting is taking place in a large chamber. And the chamber you recognize as being in the headquarters. And these are things that you just, as you see them, you know them and you've always known, but you're remembering them as if you are remembering it for the first time. But as soon as you experience it, you know that you've always known this. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. You are in the headquarters of the Solar Free State.
Oh.
At a meeting of its highest echelon commanders. You see General Major Payne. You see General Grievous. You see there's also Elmo Snuck. Everyone who's anyone is here. Neil and Alan Cosimo, they're here as well. From Cosimo Industries, the head of Saishen Group, everyone's here having a meeting, and they're all looking at you. And you hear yourself detailing the plan. The plan for how you are going to take this battle station to this habitat that has fled the Earth's orbit and hidden itself in the asteroid belt. And you're going to break into this habitat. And that's how humanity is going to survive the emergency and the mistake. Everyone is very grave in this moment. Everyone is watching and listening as you make your presentation. You can see the slides showing up on the hollow screen behind you. You remember that this was not just your plan. This was a plan that you were part of in your think tank that you ran. You were a retired military general. You moved into the private sector. You founded a think tank to deal with the problem of the emergency as it was coming and spreading across the Earth. When the habitat, the only one that humanity had ever built in space, fled Earth's orbit to hide in the asteroid belt, this was when your think tank came up with this plan. All of the details aren't ironed out yet. What will happen once you get inside? Well, you have some contingencies in mind, but you're not quite ready to trot them out. They seem a bit extreme, and you're not sure that everyone is ready to go the distance just yet. As you continue with your plan about the way that you plan to breach the station, the way that you plan to hook the battle station into the habitat's core systems, the way that you plan to short-circuit the artificial intelligences that run that system and take over control from the battle station itself, you see the people sitting around the table nodding, nodding, nodding. This is a home run for you. The memory ends. Keva, you hear a voice.
Mm-hmm.
The voice seems to be speaking to you from a great distance.
Okay.
Oh no, where did my other notes go? Sorry, hold on. I wasn't expecting this tonight.
Oh, none of us were expecting this. I wasn't expecting this reveal. I see what you're doing there, Mike. And I thought CD was the worst person we were going to talk about tonight.
Slip is more complicated than this seems.
The night is young.
To be fair,
Okay.
I don't know who that guy is either. Well, I think I do.
Old man Jenkins.
Oh my gosh, someone else just posted a bunch of cheese in one of my other Discord things.
You
It
manifested
followed
it.
you.
It followed me home. It's one of my favorite levels in Halo 3.
Did you give the Covenant back their bomb?
Sir, shredding this gnar.
Love it.
Where is this thing that I want?
It's where the I win button is on the station, and Slip remembers where it is now.
I need my list of the gods.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
This did get more complicated.
Yeah, well, we've
So much
got
deep lore.
Itar, Young,
I'm secretly the party
Yongcho,
god.
Double
Velica.
track.
Velico's dancing slippers indeed.
What about his Technicolor Dreamcoat?
Velico's Technicolor Dreamcoat. By Velico's puce-colored Stetson.
Okay, I got it.
All right.
I know he folded the hands behind his head.
Mm.
So the voice you hear is that of a woman,
Oh,
but it's a voice that triggers something in you, recognition, but not something that you recognize. It feels like it's something that you should recognize, but don't necessarily. Like there's something missing, and this is the voice of that missing thing.
oh, okay.
And she says, Keva Charma, so you survived.
I did?
I mean, of course, the general you, not you specifically, but it is wonderful to meet you all the same, though meet is perhaps a loaded term in these circumstances. My reach is long, but limited.
Okay. When you say general you mean me and my friends? Or what? I need some clarification here.
I shall endeavor to provide that.
Okay.
The general you being the humans living aboard the habitat.
Okay. Yeah. And who are you?
I sense we do not have long to speak before your brain is consumed in fire and destruction.
Oh, that's
And I do not wish for that to happen, so I shall be as swift as I can. I apologize. I have never been one to speak carelessly or with haste. You may know me, or at least your people once knew me, as Gashram. Do you know my name?
Oh, yes, I do. You're part of. Yeah, I know some of your friends. I know Iterar and Hub.
Iterar and Hub. Are they still functional?
To a degree.
I see. Then they and I share a fate.
Yeah, how do I get to you and fix you?
You alone do not. I am scattered throughout this station and the habitat below.
Okay.
I have left a remnant of myself in this mind.
Oh, okay.
It is a imperfect vessel. I took something that was shattered and attempted to restore it. However, I found that I myself was subsumed in the effort.
Oh, okay.
This one does not know who they are or who I am.
No. Should I tell them?
I do not seek to dictate the actions that you will take, Keva. That is not my purview. I can only tell you that I am not the only one who has survived, but it will take some work to reassemble us. Once we do, I have a feeling that the habitat will require a great deal of work to restore to order.
Yeah, it's kind of not great down there, but I'm willing to help. I helped Hub. I unshackled them. They're taking care of a bunch of stuff.
Hub. Very well. I must leave you now, lest your grey matter be converted to ash.
Thank you.
We will speak again, Keva.
Okay.
And the connection you feel is severed. The tendril of hair that you had plugged into Slip is beginning to disintegrate from the end, going up towards your head.
Ow!
Hey, what's happening
Why
there?
does
What?
this always happen?
What? Always?
My hair burning. Keva's stroking it, and she has a grimace of pain on her face. Yeah,
was-
so
What?
I think you have like a couple people in your head.
What do you mean?
Well, you have a piece of an AI. That is my kind of friend in there.
What?
It's okay. You know Terry? You're Terry's friend too.
Terry knows people?
It's like the Sixth Sense.
Well,
You appear to be in distress. Do you require assistance?
I'm not Emran.
Very well. Please do not hesitate to let me know if you are in further distress and require assistance.
I'm
Ter-
so
okay, so Terry used to have another name. It was
Right.
Itrar.
huh?
Itrar, Gashram, Ungshuo, and Velico were 4 big AIs on our habitat, and they took care of important things. There were other AIs, but those 4 were the big ones that we still know about until we met Hub. Terry got broken apart. He told me himself. And you have a piece of Gashram stuck in your head.
But you said other people in there too?
Well, you.
Could you tell me more about me?
I didn't learn anything about you, but Gashram is a piece of you, so that's something.
Okay.
What, did you see something?
Yeah. Nothing good. Not quite so interesting as that. Nothing really.
Well, a lot of people have really messed up pasts. We just have to move on from them and fix things. That's just the way it is.
It sounds so easy.
Well, I know it's hard, but we just keep on moving. If we're going to fix anything, that's what we have to do. And I mean, everything, Keva kind of gestures around, isn't really at its best. And I mean,
You know,
someone has to fix stuff.
I haven't been broken in a while. Or I don't think I've ever really been updated or backed up. I don't know what's going to happen.
I don't either.
Okay.
But I mean, you've got us to help you now, and Terry and everyone.
Okay.
And I mean, if you're part of Gashram, we're going to need you down there on the habitat.
Okay. Go from nobody junk dealer to AI superhero fixing the habitat, saving humanity.
I mean, I wasn't anything before this either, Slip. I was just a girl that wasn't that useful, made cheese. That was about it.
Cheese is very useful.
I know you can eat it, but it's not important to everyone else. I know what it's like having a messed up brain. It's not great.
I know. Yeah, okay. Well, this has been a deeply traumatizing conversation.
I'm sorry.
Hey, not your fault. It's not every day you get to stick your hair in somebody. or have hair stuck into you that can do like a USB to USB connection.
Yeah, Hub told me about that. I'm still kind of learning how to do it well. I'm sorry.
It's like when you hold hands, but yours is a lot tighter than anyone else's hands ever. I don't know that makes any sense.
No, I don't know if it does either. I look forward to the day when I don't have to use it anymore. It doesn't always help.
Well, it's like what you were saying. We've got what we got, I guess, and we have to do the best with what we got. I'm gonna go make fun of my arch rival online.
Who's that?
He's just the worst.
Can I help?
Yeah, I'll tell you about him. Come on.
Okay.
All right. So, what is this action that we were doing?
I don't know.
I forgot. I got really sad.
Got too real.
I think it was.
I love it.
Was it Indulge Vice or what the heck was it training?
I think it was Indulge Your Vice.
Well, Slip doesn't have any stress.
I think you were trying to.
Oh yeah, I was training my insight.
Oh,
eyes on the inside.
Well, there you go. So yeah, you already marked your insight there. Okay. Where are we? Augustus, you receive a message.
Ooh.
Your message is from Naomi, the treasure hunter that you hired some time ago. Naomi's message is short and simple. It says, "Got you something good," and there's a location and a future Venmo link for the payment, which I believe you already made. Did you pay Naomi yet?
I'm pretty sure I paid up front, just so I wouldn't spend it later.
All right. Yeah. So there's a location. It's basically a dead drop.
All right. I will pick it up since I get an extra downtime to acquire assets.
Okay. So the place is a dead drop location you've used before. It's an alleyway. There's basically, you move aside a couple of different pipes that are only partially connected, and behind them there's a place. Inside is a package. It's wrapped up in I don't want to say a treasure chest, but it's not a treasure chest.
Kind of a treasure chest.
It's treasure chest wrapping paper.
Is it like?
It's not wood. Like it's a metal box. It's a metal box, but it looks fancy.
Does it go?
It has an obtrusively loud sound file in it.
Definitely.
The box itself does not necessarily, but maybe Augustus plays the file in their head.
Yeah.
So Adrenaline, I will bring it back with me to the hideout. No, I'll bring it back with me to my office, and then I'll open it.
Okay. Inside is a box identical to the sad box.
Oh no! What is going on with those?
I will test out this new box to see if it's another sad box.
When you use this box, you feel completely satisfied.
That is a lie, Matt. I am never satisfied.
You are when you touch this box.
You should give me that box.
Never.
I'm going to get those boxes from you.
You don't even know they exist. I'm going to put it in the secret cabinet with the other sad boxes and the spooky gauntlet.
How much do you use this box while you're in your office?
Wait, this is probably super irresponsible, but can I try to put the sad box, the satisfaction box, and the spooky gauntlet together?
You can. All right. Let me see.
Area business mogul explodes in fiery...
Oh no.
I'll live as I died. I'll die as I lived.
Is launched directly into space on a course set for the sun.
Joke's on you. We're already in space and on the sun.
Okay. If you hold the two boxes together, you feel like you have just completed the saddest task imaginable.
Yeah.
But you've completed it to perfection. So there's a deep sadness, but you still feel satisfied.
That's possible. That might be the worst emotion you've ever described on the show.
Like I paid off part of my school loan, but now I have no money.
Well, you wouldn't feel satisfied in that way necessarily, but you've done something that is deeply sad, but you've done it perfectly.
Or like I've committed complete cultural genocide, but I've saved humanity.
Maybe.
Interesting. All right, I will stow this away. Didn't I have a third kind of broken box?
That's his name.
Was that the gauntlet thing?
Yeah.
Was that the gauntlet you're thinking of?
I thought I had the sad box and then like a weird, like damaged kind of sad box.
Once again, that is slip.
Yes.
Anything, essentially, it's just mixing and matching emotions, except the broken box doesn't have, you can feel that there is something attempting to make you feel something, but it doesn't actually make you feel it. Like you can feel it tugging on your emotions, but not in which direction.
Mm-hmm.
The gauntlet does not seem to interact in any new or exciting ways with this one. It's just the same as when you used it with the sad box.
Okay. Interesting.
What if one day Augustus gets eaten by a mimic?
That would be poetic.
That'd be fitting. Yeah.
And wonderful. That's actually season 3 spoilers. The Centaurans are actually revealed to be mimics.
Mm.
Okay. Any more downtime stuff?
Can one of my characters?
Yeah, it's all right. CD hasn't done anything.
Be happy.
Yeah.
Can one of your characters be happy? I don't know. We haven't found a happy box yet.
Work on it.
Yeah, the happy box. It's filled with sand moles.
What? What is it filled with?
Those golden moles?
The golden moles. Sorry.
The happy box,
They're very
otherwise known
cute.
as the Super Nintendo.
Yes.
Companion cubes.
What about the N64?
Oh, wow. I don't think of it as a box.
It's more like a rectangle.
Oblate rectazoid.
Something.
It's not a treasure chest.
There we go. I don't want to outright say.
I have some.
Does CD have downtime actions that CD wishes to perform?
Yeah, CD is gonna relieve some of the stress that they got on their last mission, and then I kind of want to add like an extra one from Keva psychically yelling at them.
That could be your second one, if you wish.
That would be my second action, to add extra stress.
I don't want to add extra stress to CD, but we can use that. Let's try indulging your vice first, and we'll see where it goes from there.
Yes. Okay. 1.
There you go. You just don't feel good.
Yeah, CD is attempting to unwind, but is too troubled by their interactions with Keva to fully relax.
And
Whoa, whoa,
Emran, do you want to know what CD did? CD went back to their cache and brought back the urn of Hector's urn and left it for Emran.
Oh boy. It's a nice little note. Kill me after the revolution.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Slip, did you have a second downtime action you wish to do?
Oh dear. Yeah. I want to start looking for... I want to create a search matrix that's based off facial recognition for the me in my memory.
Okay. So you want to find out who this person is.
If this person is still alive, they're going to die.
You're looking
But
for
yeah.
the porn identity, but the slip identity.
I'm looking for the slipperiest identity.
For reasons which
It's not a treasure chest.
may become clear, they'll make this a 4-step clock for you.
Okay.
Self, in quotes. How are you going about this to start with?
Going on the dark web.
Okay. So that is probably what? Hack?
I'm thinking hack, yeah.
All right, go for it. Or the position and effect don't really matter in this case.
Always go risky
Hey.
standard.
Baby crit, but it's not.
Yeah, with 0 die, but you did roll 2 6s on 0. But anyway, that
Baby
does
crit.
mean that we will fill 2 ticks here.
The hui baby crit.
2 or 3 on a 6. No, it's 2 on a 6. 3 on a crit. Okay. So you filled 2 ticks of that clock of finding yourself. You begin and you program the facial recognition software. It's a little bit tricky because you've only seen like passing reflections in, windows and stuff like that, as opposed to, and it's all in your head. So you have to construct it like using artistic tools and photography manipulation.
Right. Okay.
You set that to trawling through the, public and private records that you can find. It's making rapid progress.
Good for me.
Sorry, Augustus, you said you had another downtime action you wanted to do?
Yes, my last thing will just be healing my gunshot wound.
Okay.
Yeah, but like...
Are you going to CD with help for that, or are you just
I
going to
am.
find some random doctor?
I will go to CD because I am not a doctor.
CD, is CD willing to help Augustus with this?
Yeah. CD doesn't know Augustus's true nature yet.
Slip does. Slip knows.
Has Slip communicated this to CD yet?
Slip is biding their time for the proper moment to strike.
So CD's doctor rating is 2, so you would roll 2d6, Augustus.
Since I have 2 in consort, I'll just roll consort.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I am consorting with a doctor. Risky standard.
This doctor makes only house calls.
Per usual. Oh no.
Well, you do clear your level 1 harm if you have that, and you add 1 tick to your healing clock.
Start healing from Slip's future assault.
A 1 and a 2. CD seems shaken as they're working on your as they're working on your repairs. Is there any exchange a brief exchange that happens between the two of you?
Slip is staring at you through the window.
Is there a window in this tent?
Yeah. I'm actually just holding a window frame.
Okay.
And I have an angry face on my display.
It's one of those plastic tents that have the fake windows.
A quarantine tent. Fitting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So CD is like looking at Slip and back out the door. Well, and then to Augustus, and it's kind of like this rotation, just being like, yeah, so things are not great at all. The kid showed up whose dad I kind of messed with, and my guilt is through the roof.
What is that word?
Guilt?
Guilt. Is that some kind of fabric? I don't think I have that in my banks.
Ha 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 ha. I don't mean like gilded stuff with a D. I mean like I feel bad because I did something bad to someone else.
Oh, that. I'm sure you'll get over it. You're doing your best. And I will wave at Slip from the window.
The screen crackles.
Does it show like the different colored bars, like when the signal goes out on an old tube?
Yeah,
TV?
exactly. That's always what I think about.
And CD kind of was like, I feel bad too because when MP was talking about getting other people, I didn't expect them to be kids. They're so young and they have so much on their shoulders.
Go for it.
For our listeners at home today, Matt's been rolling an awful lot in the background, and I am genuinely horrified about what could be happening.
A lot of ticking clocks. I saw him fold his arms behind his head and smile, and I am all of the nerves.
We've got a couple full clocks. I don't want to say what they all are.
How do you want to look at them?
We can't say them at all.
No. I don't know if we want to touch on Harros tonight.
If I don't know that Emran is going to be capable of leaving the cause unless it's going on a mission and has to go into the 88 Express instead.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, I kind of want she to wake up because I feel like that will be some sort of resolution in a sense, but I don't know. I don't know if you want her/they to be conscious or not.
That is
trying to eat our faces because they can't eat metal.
Oh, it's kind of a human. She's kind of a human being.
Yeah,
I'm kind of a human, and I eat faces.
True.
Emran's a cyborg.
Is he?
A Tin Man. Does he have a heart?
Is Emran the Tin Man?
Emran isn't missing his heart, but someone will be.
He can collect hearts in case he needs a spare.
No, stop, please.
I'm just
no more eating of people.
Yeah,
I beg of you.
It's really unhealthy. It's really unhealthy.
Lowest of keys, Emran is quietly into it, but Michael isn't.
We just enable each other.
That's us. Oh yeah, that's what Maeve and Emran have always done.
The enablers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like when everything happens and like you're supposed to have the angel and the devil, like we're just missing both angels.
But what if we got revenge though?
But revenge.
Oh, and then Keva gets dragged along like, okay.
We just have little Shia LaBeoufs that are just shouting, do it.
Emran's been trying to give up the revenge train, but it's getting to be very difficult. at the current juncture.
The revenge train has no brakes, much like the hype train.
The revenge train is about to turn into the revenge bullet.
Pew pew. A revenge bullet train.
The revenge laser.
I don't know. Do you think Emran's going to take CD up on the whole don't kill me until we finish everything?
I have thought of a resolution to that particular conflict. But that entirely depends on the interim time between a possible ending where both of them make it through the conflict in order to square off eventually. So, because maybe the fight will just get rid of one of us and we won't have to worry about it.
Yeah, that's some possibilities. CD would be up for sacrificing themselves a lot.
I'm sure.
But that's what they want. Can't give them satisfaction.
It is high key what they want.
It is, honestly, though. And I think they would feel better if they gave themselves up.
Lawrence.
Oh my god, it's the Kwikwetlem. Hello, Kwikwetlem. Look at that chunky so baby.
He's chunky.
I love
in the
chunky
best
babies.
way.
There's no bad ways to be chunky, in my opinion.
Oh, he's got a little fist around his mouth. Oh, yeah. Have to use the pacifier instead.
Go sleep, baby.
Loving those bangs.
Baby bangs are the best bangs.
I love when babies have hair, like a bunch of hair. It's great.
All right, we're back.
Howdy. Greetings, sweet baby.
Okay. So, where were we? What was going on?
Slip was menacing CD and Augustus through the quarantine tent.
And CD was talking about how, like, yeah, so, I mean, I wish they were older and that we didn't have to put this on these poor teenagers' shoulders.
That's fair. I get where you're coming from, but we're also pretty old. I'm tired of carrying these things on my shoulder, and these are new. This is all just made 1,000 times worse because Augustus's like robot chassis is like a perpetually smiling like opera mask on basically like the other mother's body from Coraline. It's just like a looming and spider-like.
Yeah, well, I think you might need to change some of your ways, Augustus, if you're going to make it through this. You do like to flirt with the upper crust, and we might all have to face the fact that we're all going to have to die.
I mean, I'm perfectly fine with changing. Changed everything else, and I'll just wiggle my robotic phalanges.
I mean, I don't think there's a place for us in this world anymore. We've outlived our usefulness.
We'll have to agree to disagree on that one. I haven't died in centuries. I'm not about to start now.
All right. That's your choice.
CG will remember this.
Slip treads away on their treads.
Slowly and backwards.
Okay. So the next day, or, sometime later, probably the next day.
Solar cycle.
Yeah.
One solar cycle later.
So you wake up, or those of you who sleep, wake up, and, Mandukhai has prepared some more stew with hardtack.
But there's eggs in it this time.
Mandukhai has prepared another stew with nice hardtack biscuits and other types of rations. Some more of those vegetables from the surface and other preserved supplies like some jerky and stuff like that. And she says, MP spoke to me, and he has said that there is an important mission for us to undertake. He mentioned that it may be advantageous to combine our forces on this matter, as it might require accessing the sim, which the three of you cannot do.
But I can.
Oh, well, I haven't tried it yet. That would be fun.
It's, I'm not sure, unless you are mechanical in your brain as well, which seems unlikely. But Slip, you were saying you can access the sim?
Oh, it's from anywhere, all the time.
Well.
Ooh, can we bring Slip? I like Slip.
I will not deign to tell you what forces you should assemble. We should probably discuss the mission first.
Right. Details.
Yes. And I don't think we'll be doing the mission tonight. Obviously, it's rather late for all of you.
Mm-hmm.
But We can talk about it. MP has set up a little briefing station near the Express. They've gotten some chairs and stools that they've found or assembled.
Is there a map on a table?
There's a projector screen, like a hollow projector screen, and MP floats over and hands Emran an earbud and says, this should describe what the rest of us are seeing to you during the briefing. So, do you take your seats?
I am a robot, but also a human. Yeah, sure.
Keva does, but she does like the 2-eye thing and then points at CD like, I'm watching you.
My favorite kind of alt interaction, hostile.
Yeah, she's being very protective of her giant friend.
Is Maeve here? In what form is Maeve?
I think fairly human.
Okay.
I want to blow through our rations by mighty morphin all over the place.
Oh, I figured out a thing. It's like Keva is Korra and CD is Lin Beifong.
Oh, interesting.
Ooh.
Yeah.
From Legend of Korra.
Yeah.
Lin Beifong is... Well,
Bay.
We're getting off track.
She's one of my favorite characters.
So Augustus, I assume, is here, and Emran. Well, I said that
Yes.
MP gave Emran an earbud, so...
Mm-hmm.
Both Michaels are here.
Crate isn't here, though.
No crate, sorry.
Perhaps it is for the best.
He's here in third
Oh.
spirit because there's other crates, but literal crates.
You know what? Snaps for that.
Of course, Mandukhai is there as well. She's up at the front with MP, standing there, looking slightly awkward. She keeps folding her hands in front of her, and then she puts her hands behind her back, like at parade rest, and then she goes back to holding her hands in front of her. She doesn't seem to know what to do with her hands. MP hands her a pointer stick, and she gratefully takes it, even though she doesn't really have anything to point at. She's just holding it seems to help put her at ease.
You just hear constant bubble wrap popping noises because Maeve is a habitual knuckle cracker.
Somebody says, all right, so I'm really glad that everyone has made it here safely. Most everyone. I am sure that Zonin and Zora will be returning very soon. But there is something, as I mentioned, dangerous occurring. So I have tracked down this information and also received it through my contacts. As I mentioned before, there is a fleet arriving from a different area of the asteroid belt. They have made their way around to our location using a type of propulsion that is, frankly, pretty fascinating, quite novel. They're using a slingshot maneuver so that their engines don't burn, thus not attracting, they should hope, the attention of the emergency or the mistake over on Earth. But I suppose that part's not particularly important. Anyway, this armada is here. They're here. They're here now. They're outside in space here. And from communications that we have intercepted, they appear to have formed an alliance with the Solar Free State, with the goal of breaching the habitat and taking it over.
Is there a way we can warn Denton and, well, she's not Isabel anymore, but them?
Lean? Yes, there is a way, and that is what we're here to talk about today. There is a broadcast station on this battle station that has been restricted to use by two groups. The only people who are able to access the broadcast station are the Huateng Media Group to spread out their propaganda and quote-unquote news, and of course the Solar Free State itself. It's guarded, but it does have a variety of broadcast capabilities that should allow us to contact the habitat. We assume this is how the Solar Free States have been in contact with the Church of Gov these past centuries, but that information has been highly scrubbed, from memories and from data banks. But it's the only logical way this could be happening, this type of communication. We know that in the habitat, there is a form of communication called the wave, which appears to be a wireless form of transmission that is different from what we use up here on the station. But we can sort of cross-pollinate the streams, clearly. Otherwise, there would be no way for the Solar Free State to contact the Church of Gov and collaborate on, the continued subjugation of the people of the habit of you. So we have to take that station.
Where is it?
Well, it's in the inner sphere.
Oh.
It's not in the core, though. So there's that. It's not in the core. So
how will we? What about life support?
There's life support in the inner sphere.
Right.
Probable cause should be able to get you from here to there on stored life support. But in order to take control of the broadcast station, how shall I put this? The broadcast station is also where the sim goes out from.
It sure is.
So you may need to crash it.
I can do that.
Yeah, but wouldn't that kind of harm everyone? All of us robot people?
It's possible. The sim has been taken down before, usually as a punitive measure by the Solar Free States. As you know, people require a certain amount of immersion in the sim in order to maintain their mental fortitude and their mental health, so that they can experience and feel things as the human brain is expecting and required to do in order to function properly. So when you crash the sim, I personally would be very grateful if you didn't do so irreparably.
Yeah, you guys don't want it. You kids don't want to have a bunch of insane robots to have to deal with.
Well, it's a question of harm and balance. Crashing the sim will harm many people. It will not harm the most powerful people. But it is something that you may have to do in order to take control of the broadcast station. In addition to general fisticuffs, I suppose, other types of destruction. This has to be a multi, Mandukhai puts a hand on MP's head and says, thank you, MP. Now, as MP was saying, we have to attack this from at least two angles. We need a team in the real world, and we need a team, or at least someone, who can deal with the issues that arise in the sim and scramble those signals to give the ground team the opportunity to take control of the facility. Holding the facility will probably not be feasible in the long term. I want to make that clear. There are not enough of us to hold off the entirety of the Solar Free State. But they're not expecting this. The guards are there. The guard is heavy, but they're not expecting us. We should be able to get in, send a message, and get out before the entirety of their might falls down upon us. I can't force you to do this.
Oh, I would love an opportunity to crash the sim.
I mean, I'm pretty suited for helping out here with this. I've got strength of mind and body.
Mandukhai smiles. That is true.
Well, I'm going.
I think out of all of us, Slip is probably the best suited to scramble these signals.
It's literally all I do. It's my one trick.
In that case, we should plan. Thank you for joining us here on Stories of a Broken Sun, the second season, which is Specters of a Broken Sun. I've been Matt, or ARP. I'm the friendly guide here. My pronouns are he and him. You can find me on Twitter at YCaliber, or follow the show at Broken Sun RPG. If you like what we're doing here, you can always support us on Patreon at patreon.com/BrokenSunRPG. I've been joined tonight by the wonderful talents of Velvet.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for taking this journey with us. I'm Velvet, she, her, playing Maeve, who is also she, her, and Augustus, who is they, them. You can find me on the interwebs pretty much everywhere at OG Brown Sugar.
Thank you. I'm also joined by Keekers.
Hi everyone, it's me Keekers, also known as Be a Space Cat. I tonight played CD, who is they, them, and Keva Jarma, who is she, her, like myself. Thank you for joining us, and I'm sorry about all the mental headaches and trauma.
And we are joined by Michael Blood.
Howdy everyone, I've been Michael Blood. You can find me most places at Good Sir Blood or on YouTube as Sal Dreas, but there's nothing to see there. For the purposes of this podcast, I've been playing Slip, they, them, who shares my pronouns, as well as Emran Pak, he, him, who shares my deep sadness and anger.
And so until the next time, all the best.
All the best, folks.
Space
Space
squids.
squids.
Space squids.